You're just such a love. Thank you. So we have a tagline here and it is changing lives one heart at a time. And yesterday I was at a health fair that we were a part of because we're getting more out in the community to spread the love and the word about this center to be just so that people know about us because they don't know. And I was speaking with a man he was just a retired person that was attending this fair, and he said to me, you know, you say you're spiritual center of the desert, but what do you do? What do you do there? You know, and we had our little, we had our amethyst out and our little boot out, and he goes, what is this? And I said, good question. And, I could have gone into my science of mind elevator speech, but I knew that wasn't going to hit. And so I just said, what we do is we open up people to the essence of their soul. And he said, that means something to me. He goes, there's so many people that are just disconnected from their heart and their soul because of their lives and circumstances, what's going on in the world, and they forgot the life that lives within. And that's what we do here. We remind you about your spirit and the power of who you are, and to remind you that you're so much more than this being, this physical being. You are the extraordinary energy of spirit through and through. And when I told him that, he was so excited, and he wanted to help us to market ourselves better. And I thought that is so cool because this is what we do here is so missing in our world. And I am so grateful that all of you are here to remember that essence of you and to remember your heart and to pay attention to it because it has all the wisdom of the universe inside of you. So I'm excited, and I'm loving what we do here as well. I think it's important for us to, especially in this climate, to teach people that they have this heart that is so filled with love. And when you live from that place, not only does your life get better, but the whole world prospers from that. So thank you. At this time, I'd like to see if anybody is here for the first time. Anybody? First visit to our beautiful place? Hello, good morning. Oh, Reverend William, will you do the honors? If you wouldn't mind, we just want to check in with you and see what brought you here today. And if you could give your name.
Would you please introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you?
Oh, hi. Yes, I'm Ingrid Hitzka, and I'm from San Juan Capistrano, and this is my first visit, and it's wonderful.
Thank you.
And I'm glad to be here.
And you were at Soul Immersion as well on Friday.
That was lovely. Thank you.
No, it's great to see you here. Thanks for coming again. Who else is here for the first time? Hi there. Good morning. And your name?
Thank you. Hi, I'm Tim. I'm visiting my stepmom from Seattle, and so happy to be here. This is my girlfriend, Belle.
Hi, nice to see you. Thanks for bringing them, Judy. I know she brought you here.
Thanks for bringing the weather.
Yeah, I bet. Who else is here? Good morning.
Oh, your buddies weren't going to let you get out of this one.
Oh, they are.
Good morning.
Hello, I'm Jack.
Hi, Jack.
I'm originally from New York. Now I'm in Santa Barbara most of the time.
Nice to see you today.
Thank you and welcome.
Thanks for coming. Anyone else? I think we have yes. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Kathy, and I'm visiting from Pennsylvania.
Welcome. Thank you.
Who needs to join Jim? Just come to service.
I know, right? Be the. Hi there.
Good morning. My name is Patrick. I go to the Center for Spiritual Living in Temecula Valley. First time here, but visiting friends in the desert, and I'm delighted to be here.
Oh, we're delighted to have you. Thank you for joining us. We have one more over there, Reverend William.
Can't forget you. Oh.
Hi, I'm Christina. I'm visiting all the way from St. Paul, Minnesota. Left a couple feet of snow behind.
Wow.
My daughter, Alma, and visiting Auntie Lou of Tai Chi teaching.
Yeah, she's the infamous
Renowned.
Lou. Thank you. Anybody else feel like standing up and talking? No? Okay. Well, we've got... Oh, yes, yay!
Okay, I go back so far that my son was 3 years old when he first came here. He's 32. And we were married in the Church of Religious Science in Burbank, and with Marlene Morris, and we renewed our vows here 7 years ago.
Oh,
and
my
we
gosh.
used to come with Dr. Tom. So
Oh, welcome back.
It's good to be
Welcome back. Thank you. It's nice to see you. Well, for those of you that are here for the first time, if you go out the lobby after service is over, we've got some gifts for you, some information about our center. I'm not sure if we got a free book or not because I know we keep giving those away. Our beloved Christine Cummins, we'll bring more next week. But we've got information for you, and if you want to sign up to be in our e-blast, we would love to take that information. So thank you. And what we teach here is really, as you can see, it's really just about love. We're not a religion per se. We're not dogmatic. We're really about just finding that intuitive way to your spiritual heart so that you can live your greatest life. And we honor all faith traditions, all philosophies, because we see that there is something universal underneath it all. And that's what we like to celebrate and talk about here and teach. So thank you for joining us today, all of you, all of you, all of you. So I think we're ready for a song. We're ready for some music. How's about that, everybody? Francesca, go ahead.
First, when there's nothing but a slow, glowing dream that your heart seems to hide deep inside your mind. All alone I have cried silent tears full of pride in a world made of steel, made of stone. Well, I hear the music, close my eyes, feel the rhythm, wrap around, take a hold of my heart. Oh, what a feeling, fans believing I can have it all. Now I'm dancing for my life. Take your passion and make it happen. Pictures come alive. You can dance right through your life. Now I hear the music, close my eyes, I am rhythm. In a flash, it takes hold of my heart. Oh, what a feeling,
I am music now.
fans believing
I am rhythm now.
I can have it all. Now I'm dancing through my life. Take your passion
I am music now.
and make it happen.
I am rhythm now.
Pictures come alive. We can dance right through our lives. What a feeling. What a feeling.
I am music now.
Fans believing
I am rhythm now.
pictures come alive. You can dance right through your life. What a feeling.
I am music now.
Fans believing
Rhythm now.
we can have it all. Have it all. What a feeling. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Francesca. Wow. And now after that, we've got to take it down. Got to take it down. Just take a breath and exhale. Whoo. Yeah, that's exciting. What a feeling, huh? What a feeling it is to reconnect with the lost parts of ourselves that are so meaningful and powerful. And as we get ready just to drop into some quiet time together, I invite you to find that part of you, your soul, that essence of who you are that is so wonderful and valuable, that part of you that is all wise and wonderful, that part of you that is an endless stream of love and peace that you can tap into at any moment to fill up your beingness, to ground you and center you and relax you into this life. So let's take another breath of air in and just exhale and just take this in and just let it go where it will to open you up to your soul.
Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Everything I've ever seen, everything I've ever seen, everything I've lost or won, everything I've ever dreamed has brought me here to the present moment here, to a new beginning here, and I'm seeing life so clearly now. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Get ready, my soul.
I get so emotional at this time with these songs and these lyrics. It makes me realize who and what I am and what I know. And this is what I know. That life, in its totality, is nothing less than spirit in action. Diving into life, expressing itself as through me. So I state right here and right now this truth today. I'm diving in. I'm ready. My life is and has unfolded perfectly to this point. But today I am conscious. I am aware that my thoughts lead and guide me to what's next. Knowing that spirit is always there, waiting for me to place a demand upon it because it says yes all the time. And so right now, I am conscious of my thoughts. I am aware of what I am thinking for this day. This beautiful gift of a day is mine. How I choose to allow it to unfold is up to me because Spirit says yes. So in this truth, right here and right now, I am filled with such gratitude, knowing that everyone here, within the sound of this band, within this building, and everyone outside of this building, we are all just facets of the diamond called spirit. So in this gratitude, I release as law, to the law, with law. And together we say, and so it is.
I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my joy over the mountains. I send my joy over the sea. I send my joy into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my peace over the mountains. I send my peace over the sea. I send my peace into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me, and it returns to me, and it returns to me.
I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. I think I can make it now. The pain is gone. All of the bad feelings disappear. Here is the rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Look all around, nothing but blue skies. Look straight ahead, nothing but blue I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshining day.
Thank you, Francesca. Thank you, our wonderful band. Oh my God, isn't it so nice to have drums again? Thank you, Andy. Thank you. All right. You can see clearly now. Okay, is it not beautiful out there? Is it just spectacular? Oh, didn't know if it was going to be raining today when I picked that song. And then the other one, didn't you? I just wanted to come out and pull a thing with water on me and, from Flashdance. So anyway, my first slide, Gilmore. We believe in the natural goodness of life, that the universe conspires to fulfill your greatest good. Now, sometimes that may not feel that way, right? Sometimes you wonder about that. But this is what we believe. And even in the so-called negative things, there's always something there for us, some nugget there for us. My next slide, please. So Friday I had to go into the LA area, and I took this picture because, how long has it been since we've had snow like this? It is just breathtaking. Now, I don't want to live in it. Okay, that's why I live in the desert, and here's the thing. That snow then is going to melt and we're going to have water. I remember when I moved here to the desert in 1976, my business partner, she had told me, you never have to worry about water because we have all the aquifers and all this water underground. Of course, we only had one stoplight in the valley then. I could get, like I said, from the Indio Courthouse to Palm Springs in like 20 minutes. I can't even get to Palm Desert in 20 minutes anymore. So anyway, but to me that was like going back into the past, and just let's look at all the things in our life that are beautiful and that are there for us to appreciate. My next slide, Gilmore. So my talk today is Back to the Future. And the reason I picked that title is because sometimes we have to go back to clean up stuff from the past. Have you ever noticed that sometimes in your life it's the same old story, the same old type of people? I read somewhere that you can be in a party and there could be one person, let's say you're an alcoholic, for instance. There'll be one other person in there that's alcoholic. You will find that person. Or you'll be attracted. There's a magnet there, and then or just a certain type of personality. And you go, why do I always keep picking the same people in my life? Well, what's the common denominator? You. My next slide. So learn from the past and think of the future. So if you think about your life, you really need to go back to the back really far. That way you can clean up the back, and so you know where your future's going. I remember years ago, actually it was when I first started searching for something. I don't remember, I didn't know what it was, but I knew that there was something missing in my life. I have a dear friend, and we had gone to celebrate her 40th birthday. We went skiing, and I just started crying about my life, was just friggin' mess, and I didn't know what to do. And she said, I want to take you down to San Diego, this lady. And her name was Esperanza, and she was kind of like a teacher, a healer. And I remember on one of our sessions, and it was a group of us, she did this kind of like a life regression kind of thing, not quite, but she did that. And I remember I had this feeling that I was in the womb of my mother. And I could feel this like fear and tension all around me, but I didn't really understand what it was. And my aunt from the Philippines was visiting. And I said, Tita, can you what was going on with Mom and Dad at the time that Mom was pregnant with me? And so you have to understand, my mom was 19 years old. And my dad was in the Merchant Marines. They met in the Philippines at the wartime and stuff, or after. I don't know when it was. But anyway, they met then. And my mom lied about her age. She came to the United States, and my dad and her were married. Now, my mom had been raised very wealthy. In the Philippines, you were either really poor or you had money. And she wasn't even allowed in the kitchen to cook. Okay, she wasn't allowed. That was, and so there was a lot of fear. And then my mom got pregnant like 2 months after they got married with me, and she's used to having servants, as they called them, And literally, my mom. This is how my mom was. She'd have somebody that would have to scratch her at night, and if my mother woke up and she wasn't being scratched, she'd hit her, that was just the culture. She didn't know any different. So here she comes to the United States. Now she's got to cook. She doesn't even know how to cook. So there was a lot of fear when I was in her womb, and I felt that fear. Isn't that amazing that you would go back, and how would I know about that at that time? But yet I felt that fear. One of my first memories as a child, think back at your memories. What are some of the things that stand out? This is a really crazy one. Remember those, and I think they still have those jammies where they zip you up? I hated that. I still to this day know that it comes from that, you see how I use my hands, right? To be like in a straitjacket, it was murder for me. So you look at those things, and at least it gives you an understanding. So go back to your childhood. What are some of the patterns that you have in your life, and yet you're just knowing that, God, why does this keep coming up in my life? It's something for you to look at. Something that maybe you need to heal and move on from. They say that people that have addictions and so forth, it's because that's the only time they feel at ease, at peace, when they're doing their drugs or their alcohol. And there's something there in their childhood. That reminded me, when I was working on it, I said, I need to talk to my boys and find out, where did I screw up? What are you blaming me for? Or what, or what were the good things? It's not always bad things. There are wonderful memories that you have that you want to bring forward and you bring into your life. But if there's something going on, that's why I like my Ho'oponopono, because you take full responsibility of your feelings. It's not the other person that's triggering it. It's you. You wouldn't be triggered. You'd be like, oh well, there they go, But you wouldn't be triggered by it. And so that's why we learn from the past so we can move forward. I was the only child my brother wasn't born until I was 7. And I still have memories of my parents fighting, okay, big time. And but they were always very sweet to me. But they had a contentious relationship. I don't know how they stayed married all the years they did, but they're good Catholics, and that's what you do. And in fact, at one point, I told my dad, I said, "Why don't you leave, Mom? Do it for my sister and my brother. I have already been through it. Do it for them, because I have a sister that's 19 years younger than me." But they didn't. They stayed together. But I look back on my life at those things, and what are and I think that's, like I talked about, like I don't like people controlling me or saying, no, you can't do this or that. And that's from my past. That has a thing where I became rebellious. And I also think that's where I got my sense of humor. If you meet my sister and my brother, we all have this kind of snark. Oh, hello, Daddy. Is that you, Dad, calling me? We have these things that come up in our life. Do you have patterns in your life? Do you see patterns, things that give you such joy, or things that just just really, or it's like nails on the chalkboard, right? And so it's good to learn from the past. My next slide, Gilmore. So your old life leads you into your new life. Do the best you can until you know better. Then when you know better, do better. Okay, so here's the thing, and I talked about my famous A word a few weeks ago. I won't repeat it. But here's the thing. What are those triggers, and what can you learn? How can you be a better person? Because truly, each one of us is here to be that light in the world. We are that light. And where do you feel the best in your life? It's when you are really doing something kind and thoughtful for someone else. When you're being a bad person, angry, then how is that helping the world? How is that? Now, that doesn't mean that there aren't things that you have to do. My husband and I split up, and my children were 5 and 7, and it was my decision. It was one of the hardest things I did because of them. I did not want to disrupt their lives. But what my husband and I did was we talked about it and so forth, and we decided the most important thing were the boys. And, and it was, we weren't going to talk badly about each other. He would come over and stay at my house if I had to go out of town and watch the boys. And we had a really good parenting style. But still, I always felt, God, did I do the wrong thing by the boys? And I remember one day, my youngest son, he was like in his late 20s, he said, "Mom, thank you and Dad for splitting up. That was the best thing you did for us." Because looking back, they could see why I did it and personality things and forth, but never spoke that. And so, the thing is being kind all the time and being respectful. There are reasons people do the things they do, and it may on one aspect look like, oh, they did it to hurt me, or they weren't thinking, or they were being selfish. But really, they were doing it because maybe they loved you. And I can't remember who the person was. I saw him talking, and he said that during the war, his mom had to give him away for 6 weeks to save him. All he felt was abandoned. Not that what she was doing was to protect him. He recognized that was an issue. What are some of your issues with your background, your family, your relationships? What could you learn about how you can change your life or help other people? The old life, you've got to really look at it so you can step into the new life. And, and that's what you want. Don't want you to think because we're going back to the old way of doing service that we're going all the way back. But what we're doing is giving ourselves that feeling of what we remember that was so sweet and wonderful. And yet you're going to hear about so many things that we have planned for our center in the future that we're really excited about. But sometimes you got to clean up that old life and to move forward with the new life. My next slide, please. Always say yes to the present moment. Surrender to what is, say yes to life, and see how life suddenly starts working for you rather than against you. And that's so true, you know. So when I went to that lady, Esperanza, I went there I went down there for a little while. But then what I noticed is I called them Esperoonies. They were people that kept going there, but I didn't see their lives changing, right? And, you know, and I don't want this to be a place where you go here every week and hear this and your life isn't changing. You know, what can you take away? What are you inspired to look at your life and to say, this has to change because this is what I want? What is it that, you know, and even things that, haven't we all said, oh, God, I wish I would have, you know, I had this feeling and I didn't do it. I should have done it. You know, we're constantly shitting on ourselves. Stop shitting on yourselves and move forward, all right? Stop shitting. I should have done, shoulda, coulda, woulda. What good does that do you? But what is your vision of where you want to be in the future? What is it? And go for that dream. Know that if you have a desire, a dream, you wouldn't have it unless you could absolutely do it. And you have the wherewithal to make it happen. Your mind, your dream, your vision. If you have a vision, the universe inspired you because you are the one that's supposed to do that. Don't be afraid. Don't let your past say, no, you're not good enough. You're not smart enough. You don't have the right resources or whatever. Sit with it. Know it. Feel it. You have that power within you. Go into your heart because your head's telling you, no, you can't do it. Your heart's saying, yes, I want this. I want this. I know I should be doing this. But your head's going, no. You know, you can't do this. You're not good enough. And so what are your dreams? What, you know, I have to say, my whole life shot from the hip. I really, believe me, this is not where I ever thought you'd see me. Never. This was not a dream. You know, unlike Reverend William, when he came here, he right away thought, no, I just took classes because I enjoyed classes. And I loved learning these teachings because they inspired me and they helped me with my life. And so say yes. If you get a desire, say yes. Know that you have the capabilities. Don't let that voice in your head go, no. Go for it. Just go for it. My next slide, please. Is that it? Oh, that was it. Okay. Sorry about that. I thought I had one more, but you're right. So anyway, back to the future. So remember again, clean out the closet. Let go of things that are no longer serving you. Although I'm happy I didn't because I can fit into this jacket now. Happy I didn't clean out my closet so well. Thank you. And so, but does that mean go back? Go back so that you can move into the future of what it is you want. What is your dream? What are you seeing? What are you believing in your heart? And go for it. Each one of us here has the potential to change the world. That's why we went to the saying, changing lives one heart at a time. Because each one of you can walk out of here and be that lighthouse. I mean, that's kind of my symbol for myself, is a lighthouse. And each one of us has that light. You can do more for this world and feel better about yourself by little acts of kindness, little thoughts of just, being in the check stand at the store, just saying, hi, how are you doing, and thanking them when you leave for their service. I remember going to a Edwin Gaines workshop. And Vicki Rawson, who used to be here, she was a practitioner. And we were driving down the street, and she goes, oh, there's my grocery store. I'm so grateful for all the people that work for me in there. Think about that. All those people in the grocery store are truly in there working for you. That is your store. They're there stocking it, making sure it's clean when you get there and doing that. And I thought, what a great attitude. Yes, it's my grocery store. That's mine. And things, just the everyday things of life that are so important, that you can just be that sweetness, that kindness, that love. If somebody's being angry with you or whatever, that's about them. That's not about you. You know who you are, and you are that light. And take that light wherever you go. Clean up the garbage from the back and move forward into the future, because you do make a difference. If you're here, there's a reason that you are here. I don't mean just here. I mean here, being present in life. And really, truly, how can we not look up at those mountains and just know how blessed we are that the snow's up there and not down here? Right? It's wonderful to see you people that are from Minnesota or back east. Bless you. I know that you're happy to be here right now. If you're watching from Minnesota, I'm sorry, it's 54 here, 55, but, we're complaining about that, but we are so blessed. And don't you feel this valley is like this little cocoon of love around us, surrounding us with beauty and love, and how blessed we are to be here. Never take that for granted. Never take any day for granted, because you're never going to get this day back. So live in going back, live in the moment though, but plan for the future. I love you all. Thank you.
Thank you. You really cleaned up your language today. I know we got some complaints. Very good, very good. Thank you. Oh, that was wonderful. Well, this is our offertory part of our service. So this is where we just open up our hearts to you to give whatever is on your heart to give to us, because this is a physical reality and it requires money to be able to keep the lights on, to pay these wonderful people. Hi, Paul. Woohoo! And to be doing more in the community. So anything that is on your heart to give today, we are so supremely grateful. And online, if you're watching, you can give through our website. You can send a check, and I think there's a texting thing, but I'm not sure we're advertising that so much. But any way that you give, anything that you give, we love you and appreciate you, because together we are growing an amazing, expansive spiritual community that this world really needs. So thank you. And so I'm just going to ask you all to join me in our prayer. Let's say this together. I offer this gift with joy and gratitude. I receive freely and give freely, knowing the law of circulation is working perfectly in my life and the life of this center.
Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day.
This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. Thank you for my friend, Spirit. Thank you for my friend.
Thank you for my friend, Spirit. Thank you for my friends.
These wonderful, these wonderful friends.
These wonderful, these wonderful, these wonderful friends. Thank you for our leaders, Spirit. Thank you for our leaders. Thank you for our leaders, Spirit. Thank you for our leaders. These wonderful, these wonderful, these wonderful leaders.
I thank all of you for whatever you've given. Even if it's just love, it doesn't matter. It's energy coming back. And so as we stand in the amazing power and presence of that law of circulation, I know whatever we give comes back to us. And so I say, give abundantly, and you shall receive abundantly all the good of the universe. So thank you. Thank you for allowing this center to grow, to thrive, and become that lighthouse in the world. And so I just say, let the money go where it needs to go for the greatest good to demonstrate, as we say together. And so it is.
Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This abundant, abundant, abundant day. This abundant, abundant, abundant day. I want to say thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. So grateful. So grateful. I want to say thank you.
Thank you. That is such a lively offertory. We can move off this slide, thank you. We already blessed the good. So we've got some announcements, some very exciting announcements. First, we've got 1-minute miracles following service over in the Om Room. If you need a prayer, we've got 2 practitioners, Annie and Laura, will be there to give you whatever spiritual support you need. So go over to the Om Room following service, and they'll treat you as they will. And our next slide is this, Healing Hearts. Christine Cummings has her grief group meeting this Tuesday. It's always the 2nd and 4th Tuesday of the month, and it's at 4 p.m. over in the Om Room. And I know I'm hearing such good feedback from the work that she's doing with everybody. It's a great, safe community to go through your grief experience. So thank you, Christine. Also, we've got fundraising. I don't think we have a representative today, but we've got what's called Heart and Soul Adventures, and these will be our new fundraising activities where you are the host of whatever event you want to have, and we invite people to just pay whatever is being asked for, and they have a wonderful adventure, whether it's a dinner party, whether it's hiking and biking, whatever, and we're inviting people to be hosts. So if you're interested in hosting a fundraising event, please talk to Elizabeth, and next week we should have somebody that will be actually here to talk to you. And next we've got, oh my gosh, who's coming back home? Next Sunday, I'm telling you. Yeah, he's coming back home. Dr. Joe will be here in the sanctuary, and just as William would say, Reverend William would say, buckle up, Buttercup, because he's got a lot of energy inside of him that he wants to shower all over you, and it's going to be great. So join us next Sunday. And also next Sunday, we've got our celebration of life for our beloved Steve Morgan, who many of you know used to run the bookstore when we had a bookstore, which is coming back, by the way. But we're going to have a beautiful celebration of life, and you're all invited to join us. That is following service. Oh, it's at 1 o'clock next Sunday, and Dr. Joe will be facilitating that as well. Also coming up, Dr. Ken Gordon is going to be our featured speaker on March 19th. He used to be the spiritual leader of Centers for Spiritual Living. He is now retired, and he got his start here with Dr. Tom, which is super exciting. So this place has a very special place in his heart, and he is hilarious. You've got to see him. He's just so funny. And next, I think that's it. Fabulous. So there are a couple people. Yes?
Slight change. The stream audio wasn't working when we sang Happy Birthday to Ida, so we're going to do it again.
Oh, guess what? So the live stream audio was not working when we sang Happy Birthday to Ida, so we're going back to the future, and we're going to sing it again. Isla, take your...
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ida. Happy birthday to you.
Wow, look at how Spirit's two times in one service. Something I just want to also make you guys aware of that you may not know, Lisa here is an interpreter for the deaf community, and if you know anybody that would like to come to our service, she is here every Sunday to be able to sign the whole service, and we love her. She's been with us for so long, and Lisa, I just want to thank you on behalf of all of us for bringing the inclusivity into our center. That is one of our main things that we like to do here. I also want to thank Gilmore and Chris and William and Stephanie who do the back, who make it all seamless, live streaming and our slides and the music. Thank you guys and girls. I want to thank Mimi over there who brings the concierge people here every week and takes care of the front door and makes sure everybody's got what they need over there. Thank you, Mimi. I want to thank the band, Bob and Bob, Andy, Scott, Paul, Francesca. Your songs were great today, and Michael, of course. Thank you. You guys you're just that divine inspiration that comes through the heart so beautifully. So I want to thank all of you for doing that for us. We love you. Thank you. Thank you. And I want to thank Dr. Laura, who again just like so inspires us deeply. You're so amazing, such a role model. And Reverend William and all of the practitioners and the ministers who are doing their spiritual work for this entire center, and for you guys individually, we're always here for you. Reach out if you ever need prayer for anything. We are here for you, right? You've got a huge community. Take advantage. This is our love. And I also have to thank the Reverend Dr. Elizabeth Gold, because you are. She is the unsung hero of this beautiful place. I know, all right, I'm going to get in so much trouble for doing that after service, so I'm going to stop right there. So let us just finish. Thank you. I'll need more than that, William. So I just want to thank you for all you do to allow us to be here every Sunday and throughout the week. And without you, we couldn't do this great expansion of consciousness, because it takes all of us to raise the energy and the vibration and the field and the frequency so that we're living in that higher place where we are living in love and we're kind, like what Dr. Laura was talking about, kind and compassionate to everybody and seeing the God in everyone, the Namaste energy. We thank you for joining us in that, because we do influence this world. The more of us that are doing this, we are going to change what's unfolding here. We are already changing it. So thank you for joining us in that. And so I'd like to finish with some prayer before we go into our final song. So if you want to close your eyes or just be with me in this knowing of what's possible in life. Because what's possible is the infinite. What's possible is you changing your life for the better simply by knowing that you can. By knowing that within you is this invisible, infinite, powerful energy. Call it God, call it spirit, call it love. But it is powerful, and it's there for you to lean into, to call into expression, and to show you the light and the path for you, to clean up the past, open up to what's possible, and live it. Live it. The sky's the limit. And so I'm grateful just to know a powerful week for all of us, to see the good that is everywhere present, to live in our greatest selves, and to love continuously, and just to feel the energy of spirit that you are. And so I know boundless blessings for everybody this week, for our congregation, for the world, for world leaders, for everybody and everything, knowing that when we tune in, the amazing happens. And so with gratitude for all of you for this experience this morning, I just say thank you as I let go and watch the amazing energy of spirit show up for all of us. And so with that said, I let go and I let it be, as we say together, and so it is. Thank you.
Take this message to my brother. You will find him everywhere, where the people live together, tied in to the streets.